Hello everyone, welcome to my video. I am Devi Prasanna. Today we will discuss about DNA isolation. DNA isolation depends on source age and size of the sample. The main aim to separate DNA present in nucleus of cell from other cellular components. It is an extraction process of DNA from various sources. It is needed for genetic analysis, which is used for scientific, medical, and forensic purposes. Common sources for DNA isolation include whole blood, hair, sperm, nails, tissues, blood stains, saliva, buccal swabs, epithelial cells, paper cards used for sample collection, animal tissues, or plant tissues. Presence of proteins, lipids, polysaccharides, and some other inorganic or organic compounds interferes with DNA analysis methods, especially with PCR. Isolation begins with lysis of tissues, then precipitation and purification. DNA isolation is a simple process which can be performed in kitchen using household appliances and chemicals. Plants often have high levels of sugars in their tissues or other organic compounds such as polyphenols. Grinding of samples in liquid nitrogen helps to destroy cell walls, but organic compounds including sugars still remains. As a result, methods were developed that use CTAB and chloroform octanol mix. So, we will talk about CTAB method. What is CTAB? CTAB refers to cetyl trimethyl ammonium bromide. It is an antiseptic agent. It is a system used to remove membrane lipids and to promote cell lysis. CTAB is used to bind with polysaccharides which are present in high amounts in tissues where the salt concentration is high by removing them from the solution. If we compare CTAB and STS, CTAB is a cationic surfactant whereas STS is anionic surfactant, and CTAB conferring to positive charge whereas STS conferring to negative charge. CTAB helps to remove polysaccharides whereas STS denatures membranes which discards proteins. Now we will discuss about an experiment which is used to perform DNA isolation from plant cells by CTAB method. The main objective of this experiment is isolation of genomic DNA from plant leaves by CTAB method. Coming to the introduction, DNA extraction from plant tissues depends on materials essentially mechanical by breaking down the cell wall and membranes by allowing access to nuclear membrane without degeneration. For this, initial grinding stage with liquid nitrogen for breaking down the cell wall is needed. Tissue is resuspended in CTAB buffer. Soluble particulates are removed through centrifugation. Soluble proteins and other materials are mixed with chloroform and is done with centrifugation. Purified DNA is resuspended and stored in PE buffer. This CTAB method shows to give intact genomic DNA from plant tissues. Coming to the materials required for this experiment are CTAB buffer. CTAB buffer is widely used reagent to isolate DNA from plant tissues. NaCl. NaCl removes polysaccharides to increase of yield DNA, preventing interactions between DNA and polysaccharides. PE buffer, derived from CRIS and EDTA and a molecule which chelates cation like magnesium. The purpose of PE buffer is to stabilize or solubilize DNA or RNA by protecting it from degeneration. Chloroform. Chloroform solubilizes proteins. And isoamyl alcohol. This isoamyl alcohol reduces foaming between interfaces and also prevents emulsification of solution. Centrifuge. By spinning in centrifuge, we separate cell material from DNA, which gives us a cleaner DNA sample. Ethanol or isopropanol. Ethanol or isopropanol precipitates DNA from solution. Electrophoresis apparatus. This applies electric charge to molecule, causing to migrate towards their opposite charged electrodes. Spectrophotometer. It is an analytical instrument used to measure the transmission of the solution. Now, our main question is how we will prepare CTAP buffer. Here is the solution. We have to add 1 gram of CTAP powder to 10 ml of 1 molar tris buffer, which is having pH of 8, and 4 ml of 0.5 m EDTA and 28 ml of 5 molar NaCl and 40 ml of distilled water. By mixing all this, we have to adjust the pH to 5 by adding HCl. After making the pH 5, we have to make the solution up to 100 ml with distilled water. Hence, 100 ml of CTAP buffer is prepared. Coming to the procedure. In procedure, first we have to take fresh hang leaves and we have to clean it with the distilled water, and we have to collect 25 grams of leaves samples into a vial. We have to grind by adding CTAP buffer up to 400 ml under cool conditions. We have to keep the vial in water bath for 30 minutes under 60 degrees Celsius. We have to mix them occasionally. And now we have to keep that vial in centrifuge up at 15,000 rpm for 5 minutes. After centrifugation, we have to collect the supernatant in a fresh vial. Now we have to add equal volume of chloroform to isoamyl alcohol under 24:1 ratio, and we have to add 50 ml of ammonium acetate to the vial, and we have to invert them and mix for 5 minutes, and then we have to centrifuge the vial for 15,000 rpm. Now we have to collect the upper layer without disturbing the interface to a fresh tube. We need to precipitate DNA with 2 times of ethanol or isopropanol. Now we have to centrifuge the tube. After centrifugation, we have to discard the supernatant and left for air dry only for the collection of pellet. Now we have to add 50 ml of PE buffer into the vertex, and we have to mix it well. After mixing the TE buffer, we need to dilute DNA 1000 times in PAE buffer and qualify by taking OD at lambda 260 nanometers. Taking readings at 260 to 280 ratio as indicator of DNA purity. Now observe the purified DNA on 1% agarose after staining with PBr solution. This is a pictorial representation of the whole experiment. Cutting the tissues in small pieces, we have to grind by adding liquid nitrogen and CTAP. We have to keep it in water bath for 30 minutes under 60 degrees Celsius. We have to centrifuge the sample. After centrifugation, we have to collect the supernatant. And after supernatant is collected, we have to add chilled ethanol to the pellet. After adding ethanol, we have to centrifuge the tube. After centrifugation, we have to remove supernatant and we need to collect the pellet. And now add 70% ethanol to the pellet and centrifuge again. After centrifugation, we have to remove the supernatant and we have to add TE buffer to the pellet. After adding the TE buffer, we need to take OD at 260 nanometers. Now we have to run the sample on 1% agarose using electrophoresis apparatus. After the running of the gel, we have to screen the gel in a spectrophotometer. And this is an example result of a paper or an article published by J. Hugo Christine and Kumari Ubhayasena, where the paper was published in June 2006. The first example is Rhizocactus biformis. It is belonged to Cactaceae family, mostly known as red hybrid orchid cactus. The second one is Vanilla fragrans. It belongs to Orchidaceae family, mostly known as vanilla, and it is natively found in Mexico. The third one is Oncidium fascillatum. It belongs to Orchidaceae family, mostly known as species of orchids. It is raisins from Mexico to Central America, also known as Canadian dancer orchid in Sri Lanka. The fourth one is Poa glauca. It belongs to Poaceae family and mostly known as white blue grass. It is commonly present in Arctic and alpine climates. And the fifth one is Tradescantia virginiana. It belongs to Commelinaceae family, mostly known as Virginia spiderwort. And the sixth one is Tradescantia occidentalis, where it is a herbarium preserved material dated in 1953. This is also belongs to Commelinaceae family, mostly known as western spiderwort. The seventh one is Tradescantia occidentalis, which is a herbarium preserved material dated in 1944, and this is also known as western spiderwort. And the eighth one is 1 kb plus marker. This 1 kb plus marker used for quantification of double-stranded DNA in range of 100 base pairs to 15,000 base pairs, which gives sharp, clear bands. By coming to the result, on observing the agarose gel, the presence of UV light results the visualization of bright red-orange band due to the fluorescence of bromophenol blue and ethidium bromide. The cut DNA are present far away from the starting point, and uncut DNA are run small distances in the gel due to the large size. Thank you. Thank you for watching my video. Hope you like it.
Please like, share, comment.